Good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike with smartoptiontrading.com. It is Friday, the 28th of February. This is our weekly recap. If you want to join us, come over to smartoptiontrading.com, link in the description, and join us in our live trading room and on Discord. Let's talk about this week. It's been a very volatile week. We've been down. We're up a little bit today. What's going on? A lot. Let's just be honest. There's a lot going on. First of all, the last 2 weeks of February are historically down. March typically is up slightly. Is this over at this point? I don't know. We have earnings have not been good in general. I keep saying that. Um, Economic data has been not great. You have the consumer showing signs of continued weakening there, and that's got the market nervous because we are a consumer-driven economy here in the US and even in Europe. You have geopolitical problems now between tariffs, which don't seem to be a big deal at the moment, and now the fight between Zelensky and Trump in the Oval Office. It's all just adding to the volatility. And that's really all I'm trying to say. This is all adding to a lot of volatility here. We came down, we kissed and hit the 5% pullback at 582.56. We filled the gap. So we filled the gaps. We're done here for the most part. And now the market bounced a little bit. We're just inside the Bollinger Band. So going into next week, remember, we're going to have inflows on Monday morning, first day of the month. You know, First area to retake is the 100-day. The 8-day should open somewhere around there on Monday. That's your first grudge match. Back above that, we look to regain the 50-day and then the 21-day. If we roll over here, well, you start coming down. There's some little bit of support here around 578.50 area, and then you're looking at 575.35 and the 200-day. We're going to keep it real simple when it comes to stuff like that, right? Nothing nice and easy here. If you're bullish, this market is not created equally. One, the banks are raging right now. The market's been hurt, but the banks are up. Why? Because they're safe from this crap for the most part. They're not going to get caught up in the tariffs if anything goes on there. They're not going to get caught up in this. The banks are feeling like they're safe, and they're more, if we're going to get deregulation, they're a good place to be. JP Morgan held the 50-day. Goldman Sachs back above it after going below it. Citigroup. Why these three? Because these three have been the leaders. That's why I keep pointing those out. Energy had a nice day, but not really doing much. Costco strong today. Walmart not too bad either, right? Some strength there. Bonds continue to strengthen. It's a flight to safety, but it's also good for rates. The VIX is inside the Bollinger Bands as we speak here. Close inside the Bollinger Band, that would typically mean risk on. Be aware we had a red herring, false signal here back on the 26th, but we'll see. So what else is going on? The IWM up today after getting beaten up, but not impressive. The Dow continues to hold well. A lot of safety names in there. Consumer staples, they're flocking to that. The SMHs have been absolutely bruised and battered. We came down, we pushed up a little bit today. Nvidia getting a little bit of a bounce today, continues to hold this trend line that it held for the last year. As long as it continues to hold this trend line, I remain okay with it. If it loses this trend line and it continues to go down, we have some problems. That said, it is under the 200-day now for 2 sessions. That is not a good thing. AMD under 100, not a good thing. Avgo, not looking so good. Taiwan Semi, right? Your semis just don't look healthy here at all at this point. Crypto, touch on that real quick. Nice little bounce here on Bitcoin today. It looked incredibly vulnerable, came back up. Nice bounce on coin. MSTR as well, but neither one of them went anywhere. MSTR came off of the 200-day. BABA got beaten down today. Took some of it back, but not all of it. And then we look at big cap tech. Tesla today. If you're in the room, we talked about careful shorting this thing today because it was down so much. You got a classic undercut rally. Saw that in the markets as well today. He went down, went into that gap, quickly reversed out of it, retook the 200-day and bounced up. Does this mean this is the end of the Tesla sell-off? I don't know. I don't think anybody knows. What I think here at this point is Tesla is incredibly vulnerable. That said, if the markets bounce, it's going to bounce with it. 300 is your next big level, and then the 8-day is all the way up at 311. If we roll, you have this gap fill, and you can come down to that 251.30 area. Apple today kind of held in. This tail I don't think is real. We all talked about that. This doesn't feel like a real candle. This felt like a fat finger or a bad print, but Apple held in well today and continues to be one of the stronger names. Meta is still holding above the 50-day, went below it and came back today. Amazon, not much going on there. NVIDIA, the March 28th, 122 call is alerting here late. Not much going on there. Microsoft is breaking down. We're seeing a lot of different weakness here. Google continues to look really bad. Affirm, not a bad little bounce today, but it needs to reclaim these moving averages. Same thing with Hood. Not a bad little bounce today, but didn't reclaim anything. Snow, which I thought was a great report, kind of just hanging out. So, a lot going on here. There's going to be a lot of talk here. I already see Europe's already coming out saying we stand behind it. Just right now, we stand behind Ukraine. There's going to be a lot of this chatter. Don't worry about it so much. We'll see how the world and market reacts come Monday. I'll do charts on Sunday. Duke update. His levels are improving. He's doing better, but he's been poor little guy. We've been at the vet 8 of the last 11 days, and he is just or what is it? No, sorry. 7 of the last 10 days, and he is just brutally beat up. So, with that said, I'll catch you guys in the AM on Monday. Let's have a great weekend. If you want to join us, link in the description below. Thanks, everybody.